What's the most disturbing video you have seen on the internet? You guys make me watching 2 girls 1 cup at 14 look like a My Little Pony episode. Guy in police interrogation room, asks detective for water, gets a bottle of water, cop leaves the room, takes drink, pulls gun from waistband and shoots himself in the head. The brain matter and blood sounded like running water hitting the floor. I believe the guy shot and killed a cop before he was arrested. He was never patted down or the gun was missed during a search. Luckily he only shot himself. That damn brick video. Nope. Not looking up any of these. TW2 cousins who have went to the bathroom at a family gathering. They were playing around with the gun that was unfortunately loaded. The little girl accidentally shot her cousin in the head and then panicked and shot herself as well. Poor babies. It messed me up so bad, I couldn't process it for days. Oh man. In 2004 or so my roommates were like, hey, do you want to watch a terrorist beheading video? I could not imagine anything I wanted to do less than that and felt like I'd made the right call when they all came out of the room having the exact sort of expression you would have if you just watched a murder. I asked, what did you expect it would be like? None of them had an answer. Cartel filleting a father and son. First father, then son on top of the father. That or Funkytown I kick. Luca Magnotta murder video. Reminder to everybody on this thread, you can't ever unwatch anything or purge your brain. I just chose to read threads like this and not watch any videos that feature. There was a documentary called Zoo. About a bunch of guys having sex with horses, these is like 20 years ago. And I started looking around to try to find the videos. I regret doing that. That cartel video that was just put out about a month ago. Dude getting his head skinned and his heart ripped out of his chest whilst he's still alive. Shook me to the core. Edit. For all of you asking for a link to the video, I'm sorry but I can't provide it. I heard about it and saw some posts about it going viral here on Reddit. Asked a coworker who's into this stuff about it and he pulled it up and showed me. I wish my curiosity never got the best of me, smiling face with open mouth and cold sweat. One man, one jar. I'm so tempted to start looking some of this shit up. Feeling queasy at the thought of it. What a strange compulsion. Cartel brutally killing a family. Once saw a guy blow his brains out with a shotgun. Fucking horrible. 2 guys 1 hammer. I was fairly young then too, and it still is a scar on my memory. It was one of those factory industrial accident videos. A man was pulled into some kind of machine that spins really fast. There was nothing left of the man, a water fountain of death as his body was spit out into many small chunks. I'm scarred for life. The one with the 2 teenage girls playing in the bathroom with a gun during a family gathering. One accidentally shoots the other and then in her shock shoots herself as well. Later a young relative walks in and screams. It's heart-wrenching and probably the worst thing I've seen. Someone getting their heart ripped out their chest and had it put in their mouth while they were still conscious. A guy cut his dick off and rubbed the stump till bloody and gruesome orgasm. Man pulling a screwdriver from his urethra and filling a tub of his own blood. Daniel Pearl beheading video was pretty fucked. I watched a video of an African tribe burning a woman who was caught practicing witchcraft. I figured it would be on a stake with dry wood. But it was wet grass on the ground with a tiny little fire and they kept making her crawl into the flames, and then when she tried to crawl out they would beat her with a long stick until she went back in. Took her 15 minutes to die. Someone who jumped from the World Trade Center's obviously on 9/11, he hit a lamp post and disintegrated into pink mist. People argued it wasn't a human but a chunk of metal. Last time I checked, grey metal doesn't turn into a pink spray. and when Kennedy was shot his head turned into a pink mist, so why wouldn't someone falling from a 110-floor building not turn into pink mist? Why are people like this? Why? Decapitation or cut dick with scissors. Me, I should not read this thread. Also me, click. I made the very bad decision of watching a recording of the public suicide of Pennsylvania State Representative R. Bud Dwyer. Some stuff from ISIS. A Russian soldier cutting the throat of someone he'd pushed to the ground, then placed his boot on their head, followed by a large knife that ripped out the throat and carotid with subsequent bleed out and death. Nightmares for years afterwards. Have a nice day. There is a video of a man live streaming. He's arguing on the phone with his girlfriend. His dog is in the room. Soon he hangs up, takes out a rifle, says something like "That's all, folks," and blows his face wide open. I was not prepared for that. I'm sure people have said this already, but friendly reminder. Scroll all you want here, but please don't go searching this stuff up if you can help it. I know sometimes you can feel a weird sense of curiosity, but you cannot unwatch these videos, and eventually you will see something you cannot process. I promise you it's not worth the negative psychological impact. Also, a lot of these videos are innocent people in their worst moments. Their families are probably still out there and have to live with the fact these videos exist. Pretty morbid. I got curious and watched that video where Russian soldiers castrated a Ukrainian with box cutter before killing him, uncensored. Fully regretted watching that. An EMS finding his wife dead at a car crash. Car was flipped and she was hanging upside down, still in her seat, with her head split completely, like flayed, down the middle, forehead to chin. Still fucks me up. There was a video of a man's head being skinned alive. They gave him drugs to make him alive and feel the whole thing. It was truly horrifying. I feel bad for the guy. Seen a lot of weird shit, but there was this one with a lady stepping on little kitten heads with high heels on that was just too fucked. Not even the most gory, but just really disturbing was this video of some neighbors getting into an argument and then the one just shoots and kills this husband and wife in the middle of their lawn. The silence from the snow, the begging from the wife, I think he says something afterwards too, like "You should have just shut up" or something like that. It was such an essentially nothing argument, and it was just a shocking reminder how quickly people will escalate to deadly violence. Terrifying. Not seen, but the audio of Jonestown. Seriously, one of the most haunting things ever, and it's stuck with me since. The CCTV footage formed the Columbine shooting with the 911 audio from the shooters overlaid. That one video of a girl who kidnapped her rapist and ironed his dick then cut it off. Like, yeah, good on her, but holy hell. ISIS started having to keep one-upping themselves, so there's a video of a small child executing a man with a pistol with the help of an adult, and the man is in a ball pit. What could possibly be more disturbing than a child naively shooting someone in a goddamn ball pit? Who remembers Ogreish or Rotten? Probably the Guerrero flaying incident. Don't search for that shit, it will get stuck with you until you die. There's a video out there of a mother hanging herself in front of her 2 children. They were wailing the entire time and were desperately trying to lift her back onto the chair, but they couldn't. They ran out of the room once her arms started doing the freaky posturing thing. Just in case you all need it, or eye bleach. I saw a man skinned alive, twice. Woman with her face split in half and alive. Man get his junk ripped off by a pit bull. Man get slowly decapitated. Child ran over by a pickup truck. Man fail at his own suicidal attempt. I went to a sub that showed this stuff. Most of it was related to the cartel in some fashion. What I learned is don't fuck with cartels, and pay attention to where you're